Welcome to another adventure with Getting Lost. Hello, you people out there in YouTube land. This structure we are at now is actually one of the underpass along this East Coast Park. And we're going to continue exploring East Coast Park. And the first place we are going to is this place called East Coast Lagoon Food Village. And this is the view you get normally if you are walking along East Coast Park. Over your left shoulder, you will have the sea. If you are walking this direction, of course. So I think here you can actually come here to build sand castles. But up ahead is the East Coast Lagoon Food Village, or a food center. One of those iconic places in Singapore where you can come to get food, hawker food, street food, delicious Singapore food at affordable prices. And unfortunately, this place is going to be closed from November to February for renovation. 2021, November 2020 to February 2021. So if you are coming here around that time, unfortunately this place will be closed. But what's important or what's interesting is right next to it is a man-made lake or pond or even lagoon. So this place here is called the Singapore Wake Park, which is the country's only cable ski park built in a lagoon at Singapore's East Coast Park. It ensures a safe environment for both beginners and experienced riders looking for an adrenaline fix. So you can come here, you can do some wakeboarding, you can jump obstacles, you can water ski using cables. And here, as you can see, people are practicing and playing in the water in the artificial lake on my right, and on my left here you have the biggest lake of it all, which is the sea, which is called the Strait of Singapore. So the Strait of Singapore is a very busy maritime route where container ships ply their trade. From even during the British colonial times, ships traveled this area. Only now, the ships are much bigger, much more modern, using diesel fuel. But ships nevertheless. And across the lagoon, you can see the HDB flats, which are in front of the highway, the ECP. So you have a highway of cars, and then across the sea you have a highway of ships. And over there, the small structure is actually a small little cafe. You can come here for a drink to rest up, or you can come like me just to enjoy the view of the sea. The sea, is it calling to you? Is it telling you stories? Is it beckoning you to join it? As we walk further up ahead, we will come to this place called the East Coast Seafood Centre. This could be one of the more popular places in Singapore, or this area where people come to eat seafood. Yes, this place here, traditional place, a lot of people come here. You have all the big players in the seafood Singapore industry, like Jumbo, like this place here, Jumbo. So you can come here, you can eat seafood, whereas enjoying the beautiful sea breeze that will make you want to eat more. So there are, I think, around 6 or 8 restaurants here that operate in this area, or that was the jetty that we came from earlier. So you can have a nice view of the sea. This place mainly operates for dinner, this business operating for dinner time. During dinner time, lots of people come here to queue up to eat the seafood here because the environment is nice, you have fresh air, and you have good seafood, even though it is a bit pricey. I think around now, I think at this time, I think there's something 5 restaurants at this location at the moment. Just do not swim in the sea here because the waves here, the current here is strong. If the current is stronger than you, then bye bye to you. And then over here you can see another canal. So the water's coming from that side there all the way to the sea. And fortunately, the restaurants do not source their seafood from this canal because it's mainly a drain. And after this canal, we are at camping site D. More camping sites, more barbecue pits, more places for you to walk. Like me. And just continue walking and let's see what else we can find or what attract our attention as we keep walking along East Coast Park. And what attracted my attention as I was walking is there's another small little pond. Yep, this pond looks, by the design, quite old school. Probably 1980s. Not very well visited by people. Not many people walking around here. It has a bit of a Chinese aesthetic to it. Or it reminds me of those parks, those old school parks like Toa Payoh Park, which also have similar ponds, artificial ponds. And as I was walking further up, I noticed something also here. This place here, which is a new area. It's called a cycling or cyclist park. So basically what it is it is an area where you can come, for those of you who do not know how to cycle, come here to practice cycling. So they have a lot of obstacles like going uphill, downhill, different terrains. They even have an area inside here where it's smooth so that if you fall down here, you wouldn't scratch yourself too badly. And also arrows on the ground to tell you which direction to cycle. And inside this area here, there are also a few small cafes, even a 7-Eleven and toilets. So you can come here to take a break from the hot sun. And right next, on the other side of the cyclist park, which is over there, I found another pond. Yep, another pond. This pond seems also a bit calm, a bit the same design as the previous pond. Looks a bit Chinese style, doesn't it? With all the trees going around the pond. And you can also see the cars on the highway, the ECP. And as I was sitting down on a bench here, I noticed something interesting in the water. If you can actually see, there are actually insects on top of the water. It's like hundreds of insects, small little insects swimming on top of the water. So I think realistically I should escape before they notice me and start to attack me. So I should get away from here. And then of course, look at this. This is a banyan tree. You know this, notice it, unique tree because of the roots growing from the top into the ground. You can see those trees around this place. Anyway, so that's all for this time. More in the next video.
So, I guess we have reached the end of our adventure here today. Yup. More to go, as you can see. So, we'll continue in the next video. But before we go, what shall we do? Yep, I don't need to do. I just need to walk that way. What you need to do is to subscribe to my channel, share, and like too. PayPal and Patreon, support me on those, or just watch some of my old videos. But don't forget to join me for my next adventure. I will see you guys around. Bye bye.